Hello and welcome everybody to the grand final of the Prime Major Tournament. This is going to be the Prime up against Sig.Tr. We've had quite a couple of games already. There was a double elimination bracket, double elimination playoff leading up until this point, but the Prime, they've been looking extremely solid, taking down Sig.Tr in the upper bracket final 2-0, in the upper bracket semi-final removing Invasion also 2-0. So the Prime, definitely a team to be considered in the Southeast Asian scene if they do just win this tournament, and even if they should lose this one, even then. But coming into this, them being able to reach the grand final from the upper bracket means that they have a 1-game advantage. Yes, it is kind of a weird thing to have a best of 3 with a 1-game advantage, but even so, that is the case just because the tournament admins didn't want to change the rules at the last minute just because everybody knew this coming into this tournament. So they're just gonna learn from this and probably create a slightly better format possibly for the iteration of the tournament if it's ever gonna happen. But here we are, the Prime versus Sig.Tr in the draft, looking at the bands. Axe banned out, as is the Queen of Pain. And Queen of Pain, although yes, it can be an extremely strong hero in almost any lineup, Sig.Tr kind of rely on that hero to lead the way for them, to be honest. So I would say it's not a bad ban at all, at least not up against Sig.Tr's like playstyle kind of. Whereas a Chen and a Faceless Void removed by Sig.Tr. The Prime, yes, they have used the Chen, like run a Storm Spirit safe lane, Chen in the jungle. Phoenix off lane is also a thing that the Prime are rather fond of. So it's just that, first of all, they met in the upper bracket final, so they somewhat know about each other's playstyle from that encounter already, but I'm pretty sure that they've done a little bit more research coming into this just because there was a 2-day break for this tournament because of ESL qualifiers, and then just certain teams being unable to play yesterday, for example. So it gave them, or at least in theory it should have given them, plenty of time to prepare for the enemy, check out what heroes they like most, and Sig.Tr, since they have to win this game, I mean, if the Prime wins this, it may as well be a best of 1 considering the 1-game advantage. So Sig.Tr, they are kind of fond of an IO tiny combination, for example. Is that what they may bring to us now? Maybe not in the first phase, but for now, Brewmaster is the first pick. Might it be the IO or Skyrev Mage? Quite possibly. Lion, of course, is still in the pool as well if you want to go for that one. So they have a couple of options here. Of course, not a couple, they have a ton of options, like 100 hero option almost. But which one they're gonna go for, we're gonna see soon enough. I guess you could even try to go for something like an Earthshaker, for example, but Earthshaker is usually better picked up as that secondary support. So they're in the reserve time, still a solid minute 20 seconds left. So they don't have to rush things all that much for now. But Lion will be the pick in the end. Can't say it's all that surprising. First of all, if the Prime had gotten their hands on the Lion, suddenly Brewmaster has a pretty tough time getting off the ultimate. I mean, Lion in general is just an excellent hero, but the Prime, yes, they love the Enigma. They've played it quite often. I mean, they in general just like junglers getting an extra income for XP as well as gold, of course. So it's nice that way, but picking up the Enigma this early on just gives more time for Sig.Tr to really go for some kind of a counter. They could even pick up a Silencer, for example, if they really wanted to, depending on what the Prime will go for next. To be honest, the Prime, they are extremely prone on playing a Storm Spirit, for example. Phoenix also would have been a hero that gets kind of screwed over by a Silencer, but the Prime themselves banning out a Batrider as well as a Broodmother. Broodmother I can understand, just an annoying hero to deal with. Even more so that you're gonna have a dual lane and a safe lane rather than a proper tri-lane. But a Troll Warlord is still in the pool. Of course, either side could pick it up quite easily if they wanted to. The Prime, maybe they're gonna go for like a Storm Spirit safe lane and then Troll Warlord mid lane, for example. If they want to go for a little bit more of a late game lineup, They could go for like a Medusa safe lane, Storm Spirit mid, or Medusa mid, Storm Spirit safe lane, something along those lines. But Sig.Tr Trust, they themselves, for example, have ran quite a bit of Spectre in this tournament already. So we might have a Spectre even coming in. Spectre, chances of him getting Black Hole aren't all that high unless he himself makes a misstep. Just because you can create a lot of confusion with the Haunt already. So, Sig.Tr Trust, they have still about a minute reserve time left, but they're picking up a Juggernaut now. It's not as strong of a hero as it used to be, just because the spells got nerfed a little bit, the range on the Omnislash I believe it was. Plus of course the mana costs got changed around as well. So Juggernaut, I still think it's strong and maybe a little bit underutilized ever since it got nerfed. But the Prime now, are we gonna see the Storm Spirit? Are we gonna see a Troll Warlord? If not, Sig.Tr Trust themselves could go for a Troll if they really wanted to, having a Brewmaster offlane for example. Of course, there's still a Puck also in the pool. Sig.Tr, Puck offlane wouldn't be that bad, or at least it doesn't feel like it would be bad considering you're up against Vengeful Spirit +1. So it might not be like the hardest lane for the Puck to survive in. Of course, other offlaners, Tidehunter would be pretty decent, just Ravage is kind of an easy way to deal with the Enigma's Black Hole, or at least stun him up before the Black Hole, and Enigma maybe not the tankiest of heroes, so with, let's say, an Omnislash to follow could be an easy kill on the Enigma. Remove the threat of the Black Hole and then just take it from there. But the Prime, they're gonna go for a Magnus instead. Okay then. That is a hero that I have not seen the Prime run. Of course, doesn't make me any less excited about them running in the hero. Now though, the one thing is that maybe they're going a little bit too or getting a little bit too reliant on landing their big ultimates. I mean, RP, all well and good as an ability, but landing it, kind of tough. Of course, first of all, you also need to farm out the Blink Dagger, because Skewer RP just isn't all that great, and Sig.Tr, seeing that there are two excellent abilities to steal, they're just gonna go for a Rubik. Rubik can steal an RP. Black Hole, of course, even easier to steal than the RP. So, Sig.Tr Trust, I think so far they have a pretty solid lineup. The Prime, though, feeling a little bit on the greedy side for them. Slark will be the pick for the Prime now as the fourth one. Not the greatest AoE follow-up to an RP, but Dark Pact still does reasonable AoE. Of course, when you have that Empower on you as well by the Magnus, you're just going to be cleaving through on top of that. But in general, let's say up against like a Juggernaut, Slark is pretty decent. You just pop the Shadow Dance, pounce away, and you should be fine to just live another day. Last bans though, looking out, Sig.Tr banning out an Invoker, so we might have a Medusa coming out for them. They might even run like an aggressive Trident of Swords, or we're gonna see. The Prime though, they don't think the Medusa is coming out, so we're gonna ban out a Clockwork instead. Of course the Prime, they do play a reasonable amount of Invoker. SCL, I think, is the one handling that hero, but Sig.Tr, they're gonna get their hands on the Storm Spirit. Not entirely sure if the Prime wanted to go for one or not, but Sig.Tr, they are the ones to have that Storm Spirit themselves. So the Prime, the question is now, is it Magnus mid lane? Or is it really Magnus off lane here? Huh. I mean, Magnus off lane, it can work out, although Skewer not the greatest when you're up against a Rubik Telekinesis, for example. Just because you may not even get to the end of the Skewer, so I wouldn't be too fond of that one. Of course, Magnus in the mid lane against Storm Spirit is like a decent-ish matchup. Storm Spirit should have a slight upper hand there. And of course, Sig.Tr Trust supports can rotate around to kill Magnus so much better than a solo Vengeful Spirit could rotate to kill a Storm Spirit. So, I'd say Sig.Tr Trust's draft so far looks extremely solid. Doesn't feel like it's like too hard to execute either at the same time. And their laning should work out reasonably well, considering that the Prime are running a jungler after all, unless they're gonna take out another support now and have the Enigma offlane, which I highly doubt is gonna happen. But Sniper will be the last pick for the Prime, so it is going to be the Magnus offlane. Unless it's like a Magnus support and Enigma offlane, which I highly doubt is going to happen. So here we are. We're going to have this game number 2 of this grand final. Only a best of 3 with still a 1 game advantage for the Prime. So that means that the Prime, even though their lineup is extremely greedy, first of all, if greed works out, you're going to be just fine. And even if it doesn't, they're still going to be probably fine because there's going to be a game 3 for them to just go towards then. But as we have a pause, a customary start of the game pause, I'm just going to take the time to introduce the lineup. So for the side of Sig.Tr, MyPro will be handling the Brewmaster, leaving Lakels to be on that just carry position, the Juggernaut, Hihi to play the Storm Spirit, Shiro or the Rubik, and last will be Boombell handling the Lion. As for the Prime, they will have Monang playing the Slark, Bubu on the Enigma, Nafari to be the Vengeful Spirit, Y2K on the Magnus, and SCL will be on the Sniper. Go has been given by the side of Sig.Tr. Yes, the Prime is also ready. The one thing I'm a little bit worried about though is them being able to handle a Brewmaster as well as a Storm Spirit. Apart from their Black Hole and RP, they really don't have any lockdown. Yes, they have the Magic Missile, but as a Storm Spirit, it should be quite easy for you to dodge that one. But everybody is running towards the lanes. Nafari heading towards the bottom lane with Monang. Okay then, so they're going to leave a Magnus safe lane with Sniper heading towards the mid lane. I guess it may not be too bad, but especially if Sig.Tr are going to run that aggressive try and they're only going to find Magnus on the lane, means that they really don't have to commit too many resources in dealing with the Magnus on the lane. And their supports can just go and make Enigma's life really a living hell. So this Enigma, although he does start with 2 sentries to kind of clear off his camps, I wouldn't favor Enigma's chances. I mean, the Prime overall, the laning is probably so far, I'd have to say, the greediest I've seen out of them. And of course, Sig.Tr, they're not going to be taken by surprise anymore of just having a jungler, for example, get way too much farm as now Shiro. Places the ward here. I would like to see if Boo will find them straight out. I mean, even if you get the sentry, you really have to get vision here as well, which is the harder part here. But Bounty Rune will be picked up by Shiro. Telekinesis as well. Oh, Y2K to the high ground, but has the skewer skilled up. Didn't go for the maxed out greed and started with a shockwave, for example, so thank God for that, otherwise could have spent a really long time on that hill there. Bottom lane, of course, Bounty Rune was picked up by the Sniper. So Sniper gonna be able to get a faster bottle if a bottle is even what he wants. But does start with his Shrapnel straight out, just wants to box out Storm Spirit. Shrapnel level 1 does a reasonable amount of damage. I mean, for a 50 mana cost, it's pretty nice. Plus, it lasts for long enough to make it so that the Storm Spirit can't really come up too close. Lakels though already forced to spin away. Didn't even need the Magic Missile for that, just a single pounce from Manang and that's it. As Y2K, he is up against a dual lane of his own. As Enigma, well, he missed the first sentry, unfortunate. Second one still in the inventory, but he's just hanging about. Is he gonna place another sentry? No, not for now, but at least now he knows for sure that this camp is blocked by a ward somewhere. And of course this ward should in theory be a hell of a lot easier to just spot out than this one here. But Boo Boo already had to just invest quite a bit of mana. Whew, thank God that he didn't lose his clarity, but he's gonna be able to get at least rid of the second sentry. And this one doesn't even block the camp here, so that's kind of a wasted sentry, so never mind. Although this didn't find the sentry here, since there's no block, there doesn't really even matter as Centaur. Didn't even stomp. Centaur, please, are you helping the Enigma here? Just cancelling his own animation because he had to start running back. But Enigma, nice micro so far of the Eidolons. Level 1 Eidolons, they get killed rather early as mid lane. He, oh my god, gets the healing salve off. Sniper couldn't afford to dive the tower even more. So healing salve up and he is gonna be just fine. They were so close to just giving away first blood there, but Boo Boo, he's up to level 3 soon enough. Hasted Rubik will come in. Ah! Snatches the Mud Golem. What a bastard. Dick move. Enigma still hits level 3, so it's decent-ish. But that golem more or less would have been, or actually it would have been, the Soul Ring suddenly finished up for the Enigma. Soul Ring is really crucial in Enigma, just being able to kind of flash farm up the jungle. So Rubik nicely done with the haste rune, putting it to good use there. Looking at the other lanes though, so far Slark up to 9 last hits compared to Lakel's 15. Of course it makes sense because Monang, well, he's been completely left solo on the off lane and kind of a scary prospect, but then again, at least Y2K is also getting a little bit done. 7-0 rather. I mean, MyPro has the upper hand, but it not being the mid lane, and even in the mid lane, I think Brewmaster might have the upper hand in this matchup. It's hard to say, but since Y2K can't really just bottle up and continuously shockwave spam, first of all, you don't want to push the lane too far, because if you're too far towards the Radiant tier 1, suddenly the supports can come in and kill off that Magnus a little bit more easily. That's MyPro goes in, harasses with those right clicks. Monang can't really go up too close either without being at least a little bit afraid of dying there. But eventually, he is pulling now, so he's accomplishing something, but it was only a single pull. Didn't kill off a single creep, and now a solo smoke by him as well. I guess, if then now, it's because you have to gank the Storm Spirit before he hits level 6 with the kind of lineup that they have. Monang in the meantime, trying to man fight up against Lakel's. Both of them have a stout shield, and of course Essence Shift makes it a little bit better for Monang there. Then again, there's Blade Dance on Lakel, so there are crits coming out. Poundstone comes out, Lakel doesn't have enough mana for the Blade Fury. Monang, he knew of this, he's gonna keep on going here, and even with the healing ward, gets the kill with a level 2 Dark Pack there. Shiro though, gonna go for the bounty rune. Is he gonna get skewered back? Nope, skewered to the high, not skewered, but telekinesis to the high ground. Magic Missile was already used. They need a few more attacks and Shrapnel will come in with Magnus landing the kill with a shockwave. So 2-0 now for the Prime in the kill score. So the laning isn't going all that bad for them. It's just Boombell leaving the side of the Juggernaut and Lakel's, being a little bit careless with his mana there. Healing ward level 1 may be strong, but first of all, it is percentage based, so early on when your health pool isn't all that high, it doesn't give that much health back to you either. But Brewmaster top lane still enjoying his time here. 26-9 compared to 13, well 14 and 1 now. So he is more or less doubling the last hits of the Magnus as mid lane. Just as assassinate into Hihi. Can't really dodge them quite yet. No ball lightning for him. He's about to hit level 6. Needs just one more creep. Hihi, come back. Get the creep. Well, he's gonna wait for it. Just because Sniper cannot really punish him like instantly so. So as he hits level 6 now, you can even go for a kill on Sniper. Especially if one supports those also rotate in. But then again, does not have a point into Electric Vortex. Just going for the common build ever since the Dota 2 Asia Championship. Going for like a point into Electric Vortex at level 9, maybe level 8. But MyPro, he's about to hit level 6 as well, especially if he gets this creep wave. Oh, nicely done by Y2K, gets 2 last hits here. Gets both of the neutral creeps. But MyPro has a bottle, so he's going to be perfectly fine. I mean, Magnus doesn't have an RP himself, and even if he did have RP, I don't think between Magic Missile and RP it would even be enough damage output wise to kill off the Brewmaster. As Lion drops low, but Monang unable to secure the kill because you just can't stop a Lion from TPing out. At least not when you're a Slark. Not yet. Maybe later on if he gets a Basher into Abyssal Blade. But 6 minutes in, Sig.Tr, they failed to just secure a kill here. Boombell is at least level 4, so that's pretty decent for them. And I feel like I completely... Oh, mid lane, SCL in a lot of trouble. And he's gonna go down as well. At least gets off like as many shrapnels as he can during it. But there was no chance for him to escape with a telekinesis plus a Storm Spirit jumping on you. And Storm Spirit, well, what do you know? Even has a regen room bottled up. Lakel's now once again in the man fight with Monang. Monang has to be careful. There's Omni Slash. Pops his Shadow Dance, and well, I think it's gonna be screwed. That you should have been able to calculate that you just cannot secure the kill. And Lakel's being level 6. That was just feed, to be honest. You went for the earlier as all well and good, but after some point I think it was almost impossible for him to get the kill. Or if, then should have waited with the Shadow Dance until the very last second. Should have like checked out when Lakels is starting to turn for the Omnislash, because Lakels otherwise was, or did have his back to the Slark for some time. Then again, Lakels only turned his back because of that Shadow Dance. So in the end, still Monang making a slight misstep there. If you look at the farm, you can see it's kind of even for now. It's just the Enigma making up for quite a bit of it. Level 8 already, hasn't left the jungle. Not too sure when he really wants to even leave the jungle, but has a headrest, has a buckler finished up as well if he just wants to purchase that one up. So having a really good time for now as Monang picks up a Maelstrom, gets the pounce onto the kills, but there's going to be an immediate hex. Shadow Dance activated, but Earthspike still catches him. Needs the Darkpact, needs something. Darkpact is going to do the trick, but he's in a lot of trouble himself now. I think Boombell is going to get the kill, and if he does... Nope, Monang? What? Boombell didn't see him! Oh god, are you kidding me? And... well, with the Shadow Dance, he's just going to wait enough HP, and of course he has the pounce as well. Needs to make sure that he doesn't get hexed, but Hex still on cooldown for another 3 seconds, so Boombell can't really punish Monang. Monang got away with murder, literally. Got away with it. As he can definitely apply or start applying more and more pressure onto the sniper now, of course. Being almost a full level ahead as well, thanks to the previous kill here. And SCL, look at him, double Brave Band. Just wants to get some cheap stats, I suppose. It's not too bad. Turn 1 into Ring of Aquila. Like a Ring of Bazi or Aquila on the team is always nice. To be honest, it's maybe not a must, but it's nice to have like a Ring of Bazi. There's a reasonable amount of physical damage and signature as well. So the armor would be nice. As my pro, he's gonna find Boo 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 Boo. All he has is a black hole, but can't really use it, knowing that Chiro is close by. Or can he? He can! He's pop the black hole, but he comes in, secures the kill. Nice attempt, got the Midnight Pulse down as well, but nobody else was close by, and he grabs himself an easy pick off there. Looking at the graph though, 9.5 minutes in, it's about a 1k net worth lead for the Prime. It's mostly due to this Enigma here. Then a 1500 XP as well, which does lessen quite considerably now that the Enigma got picked off. Power Threads in the meantime finished on the Storm Spirit as well, so Storm Spirit is number 1 in net worth, and if that's the case, then the enemy team should always be worried. But bottom lane, Lion, nice Earthspike will stop the Dark Pack or the Pounce mid-air. But with the help of Nafari coming in from behind, and of course Sniper also being present, they get themselves an easy kill. Monang a little bit low on mana now, so he has to reserve all of it for the Shadow Dance, just in case. Magnesto up to 1.4k gold after those arcane boots, so Blink Dagger closing in, not gonna be the fastest one by any means, but it's gonna be a Blink Dagger nonetheless, and should be a reasonable timing as now. Nafari, Boo Boo, as well as SCL farming up Ancients collectively here. It is only a double stack, so not that big of a deal, but Nafari first of all helps out with the minus armor. No points into the Vengeance Aura though. But minus armor with the help of Eidolons is still decent-ish. I'm not too sure if it's even worth it, to be honest. Enigma could farm up faster in the jungle, and although yes it helps the sniper, I think just being on lane, getting XP from lane and farm is probably even better than just taking all this time here. They do clean it up in the end. Invis Rune top lane on the Storm Spirit. Magnus, I'm not too sure if he saw that Invis being picked up, because the only ward that they have for now is this Observer ward. I mean, I guess the Radiant, they don't have like a hell of a lot more vision, but at least a little bit more. And now, oh god, he spots out Y2K, rather low on mana as well. Does use Arcane Boot, Shockwave still retains just enough for the skewer as well. But Electric Vortex, level 1, only 1 second stun, so you might be able to escape, but there's no RP and they know of it as well. Y2K drops low, skewer back to low ground, but got Fate Bolted beforehand. Magic Stick just not enough to keep him alive. Had he got enough to Fate Bolt, would have forced Ihi to go a little bit deeper. But really nice kill, slowing down the Blink Dagger of Magnus is extremely important here. And of course, not only that, Storm Spirit getting more farm, I mean up to 1.4k gold himself. Might want to go for the Orchid, but I feel like a Bloodstone straight out for him, just tank up a little bit, not tied in an RP or Black Hole immediately, for example. Nafari will get himself an Illusion Rune. Midas finished up on Slark in the meantime. So that's just gonna mean that there's no blink or no like fighting items like let's say a Skadi for the Slark for some time to come. Juggernaut, Lakel's has the Mask of Madness, Face Boots, Ring of Passy, plus another 900 gold on top of it all. So they're gonna go for a tier 1 tower as they lose their own on the bottom lane. So it's gonna be a tier 1 trade, or at least it should be. The Prime, if they really wanted to, they could TP in Black Hole to buy time for the others to TP in to follow, but Shiro now has himself that spell steal. There's a Finger of Death on the Lion. So fighting really isn't easy for the Prime. I mean, up against the Primal Split, the Storm Spirit and Omni Slash. And of course, just Finger of Death, it's hard, it really is. But Roshan is on the menu for the Prime. They have the -5 armor from the level 3 Wave of Terror. Although all of them getting bashed, really not the greatest of things to happen. But they have the mech as well, so it should be fine. Storm Spirit in the meantime. They find the Magnus once again. Magnus just can't really get all that much closer to... Oh god, they have to back off and they're leaving Roshan at half HP. That's just horrible. I mean, wait for the Medallion of Courage before you go for this, or get a little bit more damage, because Sniper, although he has the headshot, which is nice, his damage output isn't all that great into Roshan. I mean, yes, they had the Eidolons there as well, but suddenly, hey, what do you know? We might get an easy Aegis for the Storm Spirit here. I mean, Magnus isn't around, so why not? Shrapnel though, and the Midnight Pulse will make them back off. Manang, sitting in the back lines, is gonna try to back off now, but MyPro has a blink. This Roshan, mate, was such a greedy attempt by the Prime. At least they don't really lose their lives, and Roshan on top of that, so Roshan is gonna start getting back to full HP now, slowly but surely at the same time. But yeah, he is going for a Bloodstone, 1.4k already in the bank, so Bloodstone not even all that far off, and gets a regen rune. My god, what a great rune to have. Lakel's though gonna get harassed by the assassin, it has to pop down the healing ward. Somebody go kill the healing ward before it really gets them back to full HP. He though, when I go jump, Earthspike Hex, Monang, he is down and no buyback. Means that you can't really come in and contest. Lakel's now wants to go for Boo Boo. Never mind, gonna give up. Midnight Pulse just expires as well. Another 20 seconds on cooldown. Another Shrapnel though. But the healing ward, it wasn't moved really the greatest as he jumps forward. Well, he makes good use of the regen rune, but loses it, I think, to the Shrapnel. So slight miscalculation means that Roshan will not be going on after all. But looking at the graphs now, what used to be about a 2k lead, only about 500 now in net worth for the Prime. XP zeroed out as well, so all the Enigma managed to gain is slowly being nullified by, well, mostly He and Lakel's on the Storm Spirit and the Juggernaut respectively. Do we have any item pickups though for either side? Well, there's gonna be a Yasha for SCL, but oh, the RP catches He. The follow-up stun is there as well, but not nearly enough. He still at half HP. SCL gets hexed and Earthspark up at the same time. Now going to be thrown up in the air by the tornado, and he's still alive. They do have, was it a stolen RP? Not entirely sure, but they had something there. They have a black hole. They have enough mana as well. They're gonna pop it, but the Omnisys already came out. He's gonna get caught now though. Nice spike from low ground to high ground, but MyPro now, I think he did dodge a pounce there, but still 3 kills for the Prime, using their RPs nicely. And I still, maybe Rubik got to steal it, maybe got to use it, because I thought I heard an RP, and it definitely couldn't have been the Magnus because there's no refresher orb for him. But although Storm Spirit survives, which maybe not the most preferred thing for the Prime, because Storm Spirit rather highly leveled, getting close to his Blaststone as well, but even then, getting 3 kills, one of them being Lakel's, the secondary core as well, getting down the Brewmaster, and the Aegis on top of that for the Sniper. Still excellent fight for them, and I'm mech off cooldown, but I'm pretty sure it's got used anyway. He takes a lot of damage now. Assassinate will not land, of course, or well, never mind, it did land with a little bit of a delay. That looked weird. But 7-6 now the kill score. The Prime suddenly Slark, number 1 in net worth, up to another 1.5k gold. So whether it be Blink, whether it be maybe straight off Skadi, it's not gonna be all that slow. Of course, if it just gets picked off continuously now, it may still be. But if it's a Blink, it's only 500 gold away, and with a Hand of Midas, he's gonna get that 500 gold together with, well, when the Midas comes off cooldown and he gets to use it. Or at least he should be able to get that. As SCL now, feeling confident with his Aegis. Gonna go pressure the tier 1 here as, well, Assassinate got stolen. Not a bad spell to have, to be honest, on Shiro, because he jumps in on somebody, ball lightning, electric vortex, assassinate to follow. Don't think anybody would be able to survive. Maybe with the help of the mech of the Enigma there. Yeah, SCL now, he's getting harassed by his own spell, drops down to half HP. The shrapnel won't even get to Shiro, who has 1.4k gold as mid lane. They're gonna lose the Aegis, and I don't think Sniper is gonna survive the second time, or is he? He is trying to kite around Mypro. Mypro gonna get skewered back. RP lands on 2 as well. Too bad they don't have a black hole, but they don't even need it. With the help of the magic missile, it's just enough lockdown. But Nafari swaps in. He wanted to swap out the Sniper, but a little bit too late with E jumping in. Omni Slash also being spent for the Sniper. But even then, man, it's a 2-for-1 trade. Yes, you lost the Aegis as well, so it's maybe not the greatest. But it could have gone a hell of a lot worse as well, to be honest. So nice skewer into double RP, getting the Brewmaster down before the Primal Split. Yeah, well done. What can I say? Well done. So 9-7 now. They're also going to get the tier 1 power down. Y2K has the blink. Boo Boo also picked up a blink there after the just last kills that they got. Monang has himself his own blink on the Slark. So they're extremely mobile now. If they can just kill off Rubik, prevent him from getting that blink or force staff. Bloodstone also on Hehe, so it's also pretty crucial for them to make it so that this Storm Spirit cannot like snowball even further, because he's 4-0-2 at the moment. Has excellent farm, not quite number 1 in the network, but I think the Storm Spirit is a little bit scarier than the Slark. And even if he dies, at least his death is gonna heal his teammates who are close by, if there are any. So 9-7, but there is a 3-man smoke with the 4th hero being close by. Lakel farming up the jungle in the meantime. Mypro, Blink, Thunderclap, Primal Split, all available. Should have enough mana for all of them as well. And they want to go for the Sniper. Sniper, of course, no escape method at all for him. Blink, Thunderclap, a little bit off target. Uses the Primal Split anyway, so Sniper. He just turns around for a shrapnel. Maybe a slight mistake. Who's gonna get thrown up in the air? Storm Panda wanted to get Y2K, but he's gonna lose his life. At least he managed to throw up the Vengeful in the air, but doesn't really matter that much. So that's going to be a Primal Split. Kind of wasted. And Boo Boo, does he really want to keep on going? Well, he did want to pop down the Midnight Pulse as well, but the Blink faster than the Midnight Pulse's damage instance was. So now the Prime feeling confident, or at least they should be feeling pretty nice about themselves, being able to survive a Primal Split. Of course, the Blink a little bit off target, so that meant that there's no slow from the Thunderclap, as Magnus loses his life to, well, Mypro. That's a little bit greedy. Finger of Death is also on cooldown now, so that's gonna be a guaranteed tier 1 here. But shouldn't have died there. Shouldn't have gone for the rune without vision, to be honest. I mean, I understand you wanting to refill your bottle, but just got punished big time for it. Lakel is pushing a tower in the meantime. Are we gonna see a black hole? Midnight Pulse is there, black hole as well, but he got the Blade Fury off. So I think it's gonna be just fine. Doesn't have enough mana though. Black hole got stolen as well by Shiro. It's just gonna buy time for the Juggernaut to escape, if nothing else. Although, blink forward. They're gonna have the Assassinate into the Mask of Madness. Is it gonna be enough? Yes. God damn the damage. So STL, level 2 Assassinate. Had it been level 1, I think it might have been a little bit short on damage, even with the Mask of Madness boosting it. So another 2 kills for the Prime. Nice steal from the Rubik. Nice attempt as well to turn things around, but nice ain't gonna cut it for now. Hehe though, he's still farming up on the Storm Spirit. Has taken that number 1 position now. Hasn't gotten any more kills, so no additional Blaststone charges, but then again, hasn't lost any plus. Closing in on the Orchid. Has the first Oblivion staff, almost has enough gold for the quarter staff of the second Oblivion. Burden of Shadows in the meantime picked up on the Vengeful, so not gonna go for the minus armor even. Although it would be a pretty nice addition, if not for just going for kills, just taking Roshan a hell of a lot faster, but they're gonna get a tier 2, although Sig.Tr. They are TPing in now, they're gonna have a Primal Split ready, Shrapnel comes out, Shiro gets affected by it as well, and of course, scouts out he's TP, but is it gonna even matter that they scouted out? Skewer, RP catches free, are you kidding me right now? Monang goes in as well, they get the stun into Mypro, Magic Stick keeps him alive, gets off the Primal Split just barely. Oh god, that was so close. He also managed to escape. Omni Slash though, got the kill on Sniper. Monang has the ultimate if it's necessary. But god, the Prime, that RP was beautiful. If only they had the black hole there. Lakel, he gets stunned. Blade Fury is there. Nice Earth Spike over the trees, but swap back into La Kills. I don't think he's gonna make it out, or is he? Quelling Blade through like, to eat the trees. Now Boombell, he's the one in trouble. Gets the Hex onto Boo Boo, but Malphite's 2 seconds. Skewer doesn't even matter. So all they lose is the sniper in the end. Sig.Tr, they just kept on chasing, but they didn't have the Storm Spirit. So, well, they got the 1 Blast on charge from the skill, or from the kill on the sniper. And Storm Spirit didn't die, so that's nice, but they're just feeding away so much with every consecutive fight. Man, of course, Brewmaster, so clutch that he even got off his... Oh! Y2K, why is sticking around for so long? Doesn't get... Well, there's no chance for him to get the Blink. Electric Vortex now back as well, and gonna be another easy Blast on charge. Telekinesis up. Way too greedy, although Blink forward, Malphite's into the Storm Spirit. Monang rather low on mana, so I'm not too sure if he really wants to keep on going. He trying to bottle up. The Pounce is there. He gets caught, doesn't get far enough away. Has to commit suicide. And buys back as well. Okay then. He needs to get some kills now on Afari. Well, he may find the Vengeful Spirit, but I think Boo Boo is going to be fine. They have the mech as well and Storm Spirit. Not enough mana, so that was quite costly for the Storm now. Suddenly, not number 1 in net worth anymore. It's not like the Slark has completely overtaken him with his own net worth. It's just him losing that much to dying and buying back. As now, my pro has finished up the Vladimir's offering, so not gonna go for a Hand of Minus to guarantee a little bit more of late game presence. SNY finished on kill, so he's pretty speedy, pretty tanky as well, to be honest. 1.5k goal HP that is. Whereas SCL working towards a BKB, the thing is, even a BKB does not guarantee your safety when you're up against, of course, an Omni Slash. So if they can get like a solo Omni Slash on the sniper, even through the BKB, he's gonna be dead. I think he should be dead to a level 2 Omni Slash. But ACL, he might be dead anyway. They get the Hex up. Omni Slash, Finger of Death as well. So I'm not gonna find out if the Omni Slash would have been enough, but... Kill secured Lion, no Blink, but... Haste just as good sometimes. Shiro also 100 gold away only from his own Blink on the Rubik. So RP steal plus using it, or Black Hole steal plus using it properly, is gonna be a hell of a lot easier. All of a sudden as bottom lane he will TP out Monang. Still no ways for him to cancel TPs. You also get the tier 2. So Sig.Tr, their 2 cores are still extremely farmed. Magnus as well as Enigma ain't that farmed, but it's mostly just this sniper. Having died 4 times, net worth wise, about the same as the Brewmaster. So Slark is gonna really have to do the heavy lifting, but they need the backup of the sniper to deal with a Storm Spirit and the Juggernaut both, I think. And it's not gonna just get easier either, because there's gonna be an Orchid finish soon enough on the Storm Spirit. Needs about 1k gold. A little bit less now. There's even a Blink on Lakells, just wants to get the sniper, I think. Just Blink, Omni Slash, get the sniper down. Slark though, getting closer and closer to the Eye of Skadi. Has to be a little bit careful, but with the Shadow Dance, of course, now he's going to regen up enough health. Sig.Tr, they really don't have, well, never mind me, they do have some aggressive vision going on. And there's no gem, no sentry wards, because Nafari on the Vengeful Spirit. Wow, he hasn't died once this game. That's admirable, man. This guy deserves a medal, I think, even. Being up against this kind of lineup and not dying once so far as a Vengeful, that is something. And of course that's like one of the main reasons he even has an Urn of Shadows as well as Magic 1 plus Tranquil Boots. Because he really has to solo support this Boo Boo. I think he doesn't really want to purchase anything. I mean, he's just trying to go for his BKB. Does still need a recipe for it though, so another 600 gold. But BKB finished on the sniper, so that's decent-ish. But then again, Boombell gets the Blink, so Blink Hex may completely negate like your ability to activate BKB. But there is a smoke, a big smoke even coming out from the Prime. All 5 heroes, maybe too obvious because of all 5 are involved. But he jumps into the Roche Pit. Shrapnel was there to scout things out counter-wise. But if they get the Storm Spirit down, they need to kind of kill the Storm Spirit. Make him lose even more Blast on charges. But they're gonna go in just because they know the Storm Spirit just checked here. Oh god, it's risky, but if it pays off, it's nice. If it doesn't, well, they're gonna get wrecked. But it's going pretty fast. They don't have more heroes to back them up though. If they only had like +1 here. But it's gonna be just fast enough anyway, it looks like. Wave of Terror, although, of course, the duration of it getting nerfed, I think. Was it the duration or was it the cast or the cooldown? I think the cooldown got nerfed rather than the duration, so it's not going to be up continuously. There's going to be a 5-second downtime at least. But they got Roshan down. That's a just huge boon, huge bonus for the next fight, them having the Aegis on the sniper. BKB now finished on the Enigma as well, so they have kind of their just key item pickups. Eye of Skadi, they just have enough gold on Manang to finish that one up on top of everything else. So they should be able to fight, but again, I'm not too sure if they still know the Boom Bell even has the Blink Dagger, and the same may even apply to the Rubik. So, big black hole steal Rubik, go! Go steal black hole, turn things around. Looking at the graphs, it just looks like Sig.Tr maybe are farming a little bit better. Of course, the Prime, they were grouped up for quite some time, being smoked up and then taking Roshan afterwards. There is still a 2,500 network lead for the Prime. XP, about an 800 difference only, so the Prime not as far ahead as they probably would hope to be, because like Hells and Storm Spirit, they're not getting picked off a hell of a lot, especially not the Storm Spirit. And they're farming rather fast. I mean, Mask of Madness, Juggernaut doesn't really have too many issues farming up really ancients, camps, anything. Tier 2 bottom lane though, definitely the target for the Prime. Sig.Tr, they may be able to make the Prime back off by just trying to threaten high ground. My Pro, of course, has the Prime split ready, hasn't had the need to use it for quite some time now. Magnus has picked up the Oblivion Staff, so on his way to the Refresher Orb. Unless it's gonna be an Orchid, but I think Refresher Orb, just double RP, is gonna be the thing for him. Of course, if they can help it, they're gonna have to somehow catch the Rubik in those ultimates as well. At the moment, Boo blinked forward, but nice blink out from Shiro almost at the same time. But look at the tier 3, already down to, well, about half HP. So STL, with the Empower helping out, even the Vengeance Aura being level 3 now. That's quite a bit of damage done, but they're gonna back off now, just because, well, he doing his own damage on the tier 3, same for like Hells on the top lane. So, about the same amount of damage was exchanged. About 1000 damage on the tier 3 of the bottom lane. And collectively about 8000 as well on the tier 3 top and middle lane for the dire side. So all in all, things are pretty even for now. But that's not to say that things may not change almost at a moment's notice. And to be honest, with the kind of lineups that we're looking at, or if there are enough buybacks and depending on how the fights go, of course, a little bit, we might have a really long game as he jumps forward long way, but Manang gets off that ultimate, the Shadow Dance, before the Orchid comes out of Hihi. Hihi though still having excellent farm, and man, Storm Spirit, it's just gonna get harder and harder for the Prime to land a kill on him, because they do really need an RP or a black hole lockdown wise to get him, I think. But look at Sniper now, even has gone for a Ghost Scepter. So he's really afraid of the Omni Slash. But then again, if you can survive the Omni Slash, the thing is that when you're Ghost Sceptered, there might be like a finger of death to follow, but maybe that's the Prime's idea. Or, well, if you have a BKB and you get Omni Slash, you're gonna have to kind of like Ghost Scepter. But we do have a pause because Boom Bell does get disconnected. Hopefully not for too long though. I mean, I know three days ago when we had the second day of the playoffs, they had just so many issues. Of course, he disconnected and came back within the minute, so it didn't take all that long, but man, it was kind of annoying to just have the momentum of the game like stopped quite often, even to miss quite often. As game still paused. Do we have any items that I may have missed getting picked up? Because it definitely happens, especially if you're solo casting. So Storm Spirit up to 1.7k gold after finishing up the Orchid. Boom Bell, Blink, Tranquil Boots, just wards, nothing much. Brewmaster though looks to be working towards a BKB with the Ogre Club. Of course, Heaven's Halberd might not be too bad of a choice, like too horrible. But I think BKB is the choice. Maybe even an Aghanim Scepter, we'll see. Just Blink or Rubik, another 999 gold after that as well. So might be going for a 4-step more mobility. Juggernaut has picked up an ultimate orb, so... Huh. Is he gonna go for a Skadi after the SNY? I mean, it's not that bad. Gives you a really huge amount of health, of course. And the ability to kind of chase anybody down. Lincoln Sphere, I don't see too much point to. Maybe Hex, although I highly doubt that's gonna happen for a Juggernaut. So I think it's gonna be the Skadi and Juggernaut, almost certainly so. Manta Style, maybe. Manta Style could also be a possibility. As for the Prime, no new item pickups yet. Magnus about halfway done with the Refresher Orb. If he wants to purchase the recipe, needs another 570 gold. If he wants the Perseverance, needs about another 500 gold. Yeah, should be 500 gold. Maybe like 530, something like that. But I like that we don't even know what's going on. It's just like, pause. But we're gonna wait a little bit longer. Probably, if somebody gets tired of waiting, they're gonna also ask the big question. It's like, what up, guys? What's the wait? What's the hold up? Just some water in between. Hopefully this game won't go for too long, because I totally forgot to refill my water bottle. But Enigma BKB. Of course, even if BKB black hole, Enigma, not Enigma, Ruby can still steal your black hole and use it against you to stop your black hole. But look at the Enigma in the trees here. We can't even see Enigma if we, well, you can still see Enigma a little bit if you know what you're looking for, but what's like the best angle to not see him? I guess like this. Scroll out as far as you can. Yes, you can like see his, well, I wouldn't call it legs, and you can somewhat understand that he's there, but if there was a random picture of this, if I like took a print screen and, well, not print screen this part, if I like took this part here, how many people would know that there's an Enigma hiding? Or probably you can, if you're really like observant, you can see him. From here though, can you see him at all? Can you? I don't think you can even see like the one leg. Can you? If it's angled like this, there's no Enigma anymore, guys. Enigma just disappeared. It's magic. It's street magic. And Enigma appears. Disappears. Yeah. Well, a little bit to the right. I think like this, you don't see anything of the Enigma. This could be quite a nice trivia, or like, I don't know, do a Dota related game, who is behind those trees? You have to be like a sensitive or whatever guy to be able to know, to guess it. Is somebody else behind the trees somewhere, or in the trees? Nope, doesn't look like it. But those are the things I'm resorted to talking about. But Boombell, whoa, he's reconnected! Or at least the game already knows he's on his way to reconnect, and well, there it is, guys. Boombell, the lion, has reconnected. So 15 to 11 is the kill score here. Looking at the graph, still about the same as minute, 2 ago. Don't even remember by now. So not a huge lead by any means, but the Prime so far in the fights, they've been looking better. And of course, with the help of the Aegis, which they will have for another minute and 50 seconds or so. And somebody on the Prime is in the toilet. Man. What a bummer, guys. Just people being in the toilet while stuff is going on. Stuff, toilet, fun times. Yes, go. Money, come. I'm going crazy now. So go has been given. Yes, score, guys. For a second I thought Dota died on me, but SCL's just sitting away at a pretty safe distance, nibbling at the tier 2 tower here. And it's not even taking him all that long. I mean, with the Empower, he's not hitting still all that hard. Now with the Vengeance Aura a little bit more, so exactly 200 damage. So he's gonna be able to take the tier 2 without much oh, Brewmaster! Sneaky little bastard. As Lakills tried to blink out. Are we gonna have an RP? 4-step RP is there, but they need so much more. Lakill still has the Blade Fury. He is dropping pretty low. Pounce there as well. They need a little bit more. Eye of Sky does slow Lakills down, of course. And Assassinate will come in. Never mind, no time. Monang gets the kill before, so Juggernaut, he has buyback, but definitely does not want to spend it if he can help it at all. So, a little bit unfortunate there, but Lakills loses his life. Nice 4-step RP as well. Of course, knowing that the sniper has the Aegis, knowing that there might, or not, his sniper wasn't even close by, excuse me. Knowing that Slark is there, Slark having a Shadow Dance and 2k HP. You can't really solo Omni-Slash him either, or at least there's no point, because if he survives, he's gonna get back to no. Oh god, Shiro, he gets jumped. Blink Pounce. What's going on? The pause suddenly. Are they really gonna be able to claim racks here? We're gonna need buybacks. Rubik buys back. Blink Thunderclap lands on free as well, but there's the Midnight Pulse Black Hole. They're waiting for Poo-Poo. His BKB is already activated, but he can't use the Black Hole during the BKB. That's a little bit of a shame. He's gonna get Omni-Slash now as well. Gonna try to spread it out with SCL, but no bounces into the Sniper at all. Sniper loses his life anyway. Monang in the Shadow Dance, and there's no RP. SCL does come back, but they've already lost way too many heroes. BKB trying to TP out the physical damage, just not enough. But that BKB on the Enigma just running around, trying to go for a Black Hole, trying to find an opening for that one, just not getting it. So they save racks, of course, kind of a costly fight anyway, but considering they get free kills, it's still well worth it for them. Save racks, get free heroes. I mean, Sniper got away, but still a 10-second BKB charge as well. Oh god, had a massive sneeze. And now suddenly Sig.Tr, they're the ones to possibly pressure high ground, or at least force a couple of buybacks. But they don't have an Aegis. Their ultimates are also on cooldown. Lakill's healing ward even on cooldown for another 14 seconds. So they're not gonna pressure it all that heavily. And now there's another RP on Magnus. They still have the Black Hole as well. BKB coming off cooldown in only 8 seconds on the Enigma. So I think it's a smart choice for Sig.Tr to back off, but I really thought for a second that it might be just an extreme disaster for Sig.Tr after that pause, but we're gonna have still, I think, a solid 5 minutes minimum of game time. I have a feeling that the next Roshan is gonna be like a massive just contestment engagement there. Just because not only is it gonna be Aegis, it's also gonna carry Cheese. So Storm Spirit, having either one would be perfect. Maybe even both, although I think just give like Lakills the Cheese and Aegis to the Storm Spirit. But Storm Spirit does have an ultimate orb, 1.7k after that. Aghanim Scepter in the meantime finished for my pro. Lakills has himself the second ultimate orb, so Skadi getting rather close to that one. So they're getting their own items. I think once the Hex is finished on he, that's like the biggest thing, but double damage, not too sure if he activated it or it activated itself because of the 2-minute time limit. But looking at the graphs, it's still not a big lead. XP, in fact, is in the favor of Sig.Tr, but Boombell, he just wants to get the Blink Hex onto somebody. Blink, Hex, Finger of Death, and well, Vengeful Spirit, not the hero to go for it, and they don't even need the Finger, of course, for that. Just Hex out, he's gonna keep on waiting, he gets Boo-Boo, silences him up, and they get the Omni-Slash now. Skewer RP as well, but it's kind of a wasted RP. Oh god. Shouldn't have even used it, to be honest. That's a huge throw. SCL now, he's getting jumped by he as well. He, of course, a little bit low on mana, should be able to ball lightning to the low ground, if nothing else. Monang gets a kill on Rubik now. Shadow Dance is used already, gets thrown in the air. Cyclone burst out as well. Monang needs to pounce away, nobody blocks it. As an assassination does quite a bit of damage on the Storm Spirit. Maybe dodged, but at least had to use mana. Monang forced the forward, gets the bounce onto my pro. And now Lakill with the Earthspike Slug, he's gonna lose his life. Oh, why go so deep? Why? The Prime, please. That was extremely throwing by them, to be honest. Just went in like that. RP being used. Once the RP is in cooldown and the Enigma is dead, I mean, Sig.Tr, they don't really have anything to be afraid of all of a sudden. At least SCL didn't die there as well, but Slark, this time around, he doesn't even have enough gold for a buyback. The push, of course, isn't maybe the fastest on Sig.Tr, but they're gonna have a healing ward now in about 3 seconds. Oh, the BKB Black Hole catches 2 Midnight Pulse under them as well. He can't do anything but try to disrupt the back lines, but he's gonna get stunned out by the Malphite now, taking so much damage from SCL, but well, had just enough mana, but he's out of mana now. Assassinate, he needs to dodge it somehow, but he's not gonna get it in time. So The Prime, although they took a bad fight, now they take just as great of a fight as can be, just because 3 core heroes down. I mean, he tried to go for the sniper, but sniper BKB activated, still able to just easily right click away. And Roshan, well, it's not going to be there for another minute, so everybody in Sig.Tr will be able to respawn, and of course Black Hole will be on cooldown for the Roche fight. So had it been a shorter respawn time for Roche Sig.Tr, I think they would have been royally screwed over by that. But Y2K has himself a refresher orb now. If he wants to be able to use it though, has to go like find the region rune or go home to get his full mana pool. As Boombell, oh god, is he gonna find Sniper? He gets the Hex off, and now they're gonna get the, sorry, it's a nice force left though by Y2K Earth Spike. Did land on the Boo and Y2K both Boombell. Probably gonna be casualty of war as, oh god, Shiro goes down to the Fate Bolt. He had the Ghost Scepter activated. I don't know exactly why, because nobody was attacking him. Now he gets RP'd low on mana. He's gonna lose his life. I mean, they lose the Sniper, but they get the Storm Spirit in return. So the Prime, they still get the better end of the engagement, I think. But Juggernaut just respawned. Not too sure if they can get the Rex, but there is a Glyph. Glyph comes out. Juggernaut has the Omnislash. Blink. Thunderclap. Prime Split as well. Monang in some trouble. Gets the Shadowlands. Now Y2K on the run. He with the buyback on the Storm Spirit. Gonna get the kill on the Magnus. Monang though with the BKB. Is he gonna even be able to escape? Nafari on the run. I don't think Monang is gonna get out of here. So Sniper down. Magnus no buyback. Pounds forward. He too low on mana, but Monang he's stuck. He needs to be able to blink, and he does. Mana drain did keep vision of him, but he gets back to safety. So another couple of buybacks spent. Still, of course, great kills after those buybacks. So Sig.Tr, they're holding on. The Prime, they're holding on. Just, it's so back and forth. Just a fight here, another fight here. Minute later, fight here, but this is huge now. It's gonna be Aegis and the Cheese. Buyback on the Enigma, but there's no Black Hole. What can he even do? They don't even have an RP there. They can just delay things out with a Shrapnel. They're doing Boo Boo. He really blinks in. Midnight Pulse as well. He gets assassinated. Monang blink forward, pounce onto my pro. They're gonna get the 1 kill. Still in the Midnight Pulse. Nice Earthspike though. Lands on 2. But where's the follow-up? SCL. Oh, he gets pulled in by but I don't think he has enough mana. So they get the kill on the Brewmaster, and now is there Roshan to take? Omnislash still not there for 36 seconds. Boo Boo 20 seconds for the Black Hole. Magnus, he's gonna be coming back as well. There is still a tier 2 to TP to. Although he TPs to tier 1 instead. He though on the high ground, he wants to snatch at least one of the items. Get the Aegis or the Cheese. Doesn't matter if you get one. It's still gonna be well over it. They jump in Shiro. He's around the solo. Shiro gets stunned. Nice Earth Spike though. BKB on SCL. Aegis. Oh god, it goes to Cheese. Who got the Cheese? Did anybody get the Cheese? Oh, Cheese on Sniper. So they get that one at least. But Aegis on the Storm Spirit, it just gives them so much more fighting potential. Really nicely done by the Lion and the Ruby coming in like that, disrupting things for Hehe to get that Blink Dagger. Earth Spike, beautifully done. Sniper did preemptively BKB there, which was also really smart from him, but it's still Sig.Tr, they don't really have buybacks. They're gonna have to wait out at least 14 seconds for the Brewmaster. They do have the Omnislash and an Aegis Storm Spirit, so this Storm Spirit, he may be able to hold on, but then again, kind of iffy, knowing you're up against a Black Hole and a double RP as well. Oh god. This, I feel, is not gonna be fun at all. Like, not in the slightest. So they get another tier 3. They're already 1 Rex ahead. But there's the Omnislash in the backlash. They get the silence on Magnus as well. Can't even get off a single RP. The swap is there. Black Hole as well, but it's not enough. Oh god, they needed to swap them like straight into the Black Hole, but Nafari gonna lose his life now. Buyback on the Magnus, he really wants to come in. They get he pounced up. Monang trying to do the best he can. They want to kill the Fireband. The SCL has to pop the Cheese, Lakel, order the kill of the Enigma. Magnus, he just cannot get there in time. They're all dead. Only the Sniper has buyback. Monang, does he have even buyback? He does. 5.5k gold, he most certainly does. But the Magnus buyback, kind of wasted in Sig.Tr. It is time for them to just go for Rex. God, those fights. Black Hole was nice, but maybe instead of the refresher, Magnus should have gone for a BKB to just at least get an RP off, because Sig.Tr, they really perfectly came in, jumped the Magnus, silenced him up with the Orchid. Lakel's of course was there as well with a Blink Omnislash to follow. Slark does buy back, but they may lose at least 1 Rex, if not more here. I mean, they have double RP, then again, that Sniper is once again alive. Has the meta still finished, so Blink, Lakel starting to take some damage, but not enough. RP Y2K, he jumps in, but not too deep. He cannot die here, has to RP, but gets Hex now. Huge misplace by the Magnus. Why did he even go in like that? Can get off his second RP, waiting for it. He gets both he as well. But does he still have the ages? He does. Monang now, BKB pounds away. He cannot die here. SCL, man, it's Magnus. Why did you go in without the intention to RP? Y2K, at least he doesn't die now. But SCL, he will lose his life. There's no buyback. MyPro dropping low, silence into Nafari though. Cannot really swap anybody. Nice skewer onto he. But they cannot get the kill. The age is still, that's what set most of it up. Now the Malphite's magic missile will get dodged. It's one Rex down. Monang blinks forward, will get MyPro before the primal split comes out. Nice Earthbite onto 3. But Boomba loses his life anyway to Y2K. He comes in with the shockwave. Lakels now gets the Omni Slash as well. Oh god, are you kidding me right now? Monang, no telekinesis stuff. They need something. The stun's not enough. Die back. Went a little bit too far. Omni Slash came off cooldown. Now Nafari, he is in a heap of trouble. Enigma can't really do anything to help either. They got the 2 kills. They managed to make Sig.Tr back off. They got a little bit greedy. And now Boo Boo, well, he has the black hole, but is he going to be able to do anything with that? No black hole. This just might be 2 sets of racks. Of course, third set of racks is extremely hard to get, but they might just have enough to completely go for throne now. What the hell am I watching, guys? What is this game? What the hell is this game? Okay, so the Prime, with this one fight, pretty much they threw everything, and of course, them going a little bit too deep, and it's straight up throne time. I mean, the Prime, look at the death timer still. Sniper is gonna come back up, but that's only a sniper. There's like 35 seconds for another scary hero after that, although their push being a little bit too slow, they're gonna go for the Drax instead. So we're gonna still have some game time. Lakel's nice blink dodge of the assassinate, perfectly done. Shrapnel is there, but he's just gonna jump SCL, gets the Hex off, gets the silence as well. Of course, there's gonna be a BKB and sniper, or is there Electric Vortex? Never mind, Ghost-Scepter, gets the Soul Burn. He drops low, but he's gonna stay alive for now. But is it 2 Rex deficit? He now assassination, and he's gonna lose his life. Okay, well, he's gonna be back fast thanks to the Blast Stone, so it's fine. But game is not over yet, although the creeps are coming in. Tier 4s are falling, but game is not over, and well, in theory, there is still gonna be a double RP in 60 seconds. There is still a black hole, so the Prime, they don't need much, but looking at the buyback status now, Sig.Tr, they're getting their buybacks to come off cooldown. I mean, 3 of them already have it in 50 seconds, 2 more will. So, even if the Prime get like one excellent fight, what's to stop Sig.Tr from just buying back, wiping the Prime, and then going for, or then just go to finish the job that they already started? Wow, this game, 31 to 31 kill score. Looking at the graphs, it is about a 6,500 or so network lead. XP though, 10,000 and climbing. Man, Sig.Tr really just managing to pull it through. MyPro also getting pretty damn close to an AC, of course. Probably wants to save for buyback first, but once he gets the AC, it's just gonna get a hell of a lot harder for the Prime to get killed. It's just the sniper not really having any damaging items. I mean, has the Ghost-Scepter, all well and good, but last time around he randomly used the Ghost-Scepter when, not last, but once in this game he used the Ghost-Scepter when nobody, like really nobody was attacking him, and just got fingered to death. He just needs some damaging items, but the item progression has been completely stopped thanks to those buybacks and the deaths. Now Boom below, he gets Malphite up, gets the Hex onto Boo Boo, swapped back into a multitude of heroes, but he's short on buyback. I think he just purchased the Ghost-Scepter, not entirely sure, maybe just didn't have the gold to begin with. Storm Spirit wants to get the tier 2 to just make the third Drax vulnerable. God, I hate that word. But look at this, Manta style already used. Sniper maybe a little bit too early, but then again has the BKB, so I guess it might not matter too much. So it is 2 racks for 2 racks now. But Sig.Tr, how can they jump in? Are they going to jump in and the Prime? Well, it's the same situation as the Radiant side had earlier. There's still a tier 2 standing, guys. That is exactly why you should take all tier 2s before going for racks. But MyPro jumps in, gets the Prime split off Nafari now. Are they going to be able to split out the Prime completely? Nafari still alive, like kills. Trying to get a perfect target. Gets the bash as well. Monang now in the back line. Gonna blink, pounce. BKB is there. RP. First one completely with black hole. Catches the kills. They get the kill, but buyback is there. But that's one RP just down the drain. Now Shiro, he's around. There's the black hole he stole. But RP, one of them is still there. 2 buybacks. MyPro gets stunned up. Do they have the follow-up? Blink, pounce, his slowed down. He's probably gonna go down, but he's going for the third set of frags. Kills. He gets RP. Still has the Omni Slash though. Not enough stuns. The stolen RP. Rubik. Oh, Rubik. I think he may have just won them the game. That RP landed on at least onto 3, and he finally came back as well after claiming the racks. Super-sized mega creeps. Enigma, the only one to stay alive. Sig.Tr they do win the game in the end. Just the buyback differential, Sig.Tr having them here, delaying out the prime for long enough. And of course, first RP being wasted definitely didn't help there either, but Rubik stealing the black hole, buying back, stealing the RP, landing it at such a crucial timing as well. This is GG, guys. Supersized mega creeps plus 4 heroes dead on the prime. There is no way the prime will win this. We are going to a game number 3. We are, well, in some form, thank God, we're not going to have a 1-game grand final, because this is only a best of 3. The prime already had a 1-game advantage. So GG is called. We are going to a game number 3, people. Wow. What a game of throws, just back and forth. From the Radiant base to the Dire base, back to the Radiant base, to the Dire base. Just everywhere, all around. Kills, buybacks. But we are going to game 3, so one more game coming up to decide the champion of the Prime Major Tournament, guys. Sig.Tr, of course, definitely want to get some revenge, because they were knocked down to lower bracket by the Prime themselves in the upper bracket final. But having said that, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed the game as well as the cast, and we are going to be back with game number 3 in just a couple of minutes.